Hey guys, welcome to Rocky Mountain Homestead. Tonight I figured I'm going to take you along and share a recipe with you. We are in a hurry to get dinner on the table. We had a very long day today, and this is one of the perfect recipes for when you're really busy and you're behind on getting dinner on the table. You will need an Instant Pot for this. You will also need a roast. This is about a 3.5 pound roast. It's just a chuck roast. Over here, I don't measure. I just throw in, baby carrots, some halved or quartered potatoes, and some onion. You're also going to need 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Hope I said that right. 4 cups of beef broth, some oil to drizzle in your Instant Pot. And the spices that I have in here are 1 teaspoon sea salt, 1 teaspoon onion powder, about a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon black pepper, and half a teaspoon of smoked paprika. And that is all you're going to need for this recipe. You can thicken the gravy toward the end with just some water and cornstarch if you'd like. And I'll show you when we get to that point. So for right now, it is hot, it is on. I'm just gonna add a little bit of oil. I don't measure, just to coat it. So what you're gonna do first is you are going to want to take your seasonings that are blended up together and just generously sprinkle it onto the roast. I just coat both sides and even a little bit on the side, just rub it in. And then flip it over and do the same. And this is a delicious roast. It's pretty easy. You can't really mess it up. You can throw vegetables in. You don't have to. I usually do a salad. I usually do just the roast, a salad, and some mashed potatoes with some dinner rolls. I will see what I have time to make because it's already almost 6 o'clock. My daughter had horse lessons today. We did 2 pickup orders down the hill that I'm not doing a haul on, but just Sam's Club and Walmart. And yeah, it's been a very on-the-go day. We didn't get home till late, and now all the kids are just showering and getting bathed for the night and tidying up their rooms. And I figure I'm going to get dinner going and get to working on this. I'm just going to go ahead and try and pick this up. You're going to go ahead and sear it. Now it does say hot, so you're going to go ahead and sear it. I usually do about 4 to 5 minutes on each side. So I'm gonna just set my timer for about 5 minutes, and I'll take you back when that 5 minutes is up. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and flip it. It's been 5 minutes. Now, because this is really hot, I'm probably just gonna do 4 minutes on this side, and then we'll get the sides a little bit seared up as well. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead, and if you have metal tongs, that might be helpful because this is a little heavy for this. But I'm going to go ahead and just sear the sides for a few seconds on each side. Joshua, what is so funny? My son's playing with the dogs in the living room. Yeah, this is kind of... These are really flimsy tongs for this. It'd be helpful if they were a little sturdier. Okay. He's having a blast playing with the dogs. What are you doing? What are you doing, Josh? You're what? Playing with the dogs. Okay. Oh, you're giving them food? I hope not. Okay. Anyway, so a few more seconds. And you don't have to do this. I just like it all to be kind of seared evenly. That's just me. Oh my gosh. All right, good enough. So after that, you're going to go ahead and take your vegetables, and actually at this time you can go ahead and press stop and cancel it. I'm just going to dump them all in. There's a little bit of water on them from me washing them, but that is okay. So just arrange your vegetables. Usually I would arrange it by hand, nice and neat, but I'm trying to be quick, and I'm also trying to hold this and do a video. So just arrange them however. I used a whole onion. I used, I don't know, maybe 9 halved potatoes, little potatoes, the ones I got from Azure that were really small. I decided I'm going to get full russet potatoes and can those instead. So, and then just, a handful of carrots. You figure out what works best for your family. And then I'm going to actually dump this beef broth. You're going to need 4 cups of beef broth. I'm only going to do a little bit because I also need to add in the 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. And that way it'll kind of get mixed in. There we go. So, you can go ahead and pour that all in. You're now going to go ahead and put your lid on, and then I like to do mine for, let's see, what am I doing? Pressure cook. Pressure cook. You're going to pressure cook this for, I usually do 70 minutes. I found that works good. If you're doing like a 3.5 pound, even 4 pound roast, this is going to be a little bit, so I'll just go over the times with you. Let's see, hold on, 60, ooh, I'm going way over. I don't know what I'm thinking, hold on. I guess I can't talk and do stuff at the same time. 60, 70, okay. So I usually do about 70 minutes if it's a 3 to 4 pound roast. If it was smaller, you could get away with doing an hour. Let's see, if it was a really large roast, you're probably gonna wanna go more towards 80 minutes. But 70 minutes, it's always done. It falls apart. The house smells so good already, and all I did was just throw it in the Instant Pot. So 70 minutes. Also, after 70 minutes, you're also going to want to let it do a natural release. So for the next 10 minutes, once it's done, you're just going to leave it. You're not going to push anything. And after 10 minutes has passed, then you're going to go ahead and, cancel and let it vent naturally, or not naturally, but then manually vent it off the top. And that's what you're going to do. So I'll bring you back when we are at that point. While the Instant Pot is going, I'm just going to throw together some dinner rolls real quick so we have something extra to go on the side. So I have right here 1 cup of very warm water, about 105 degrees. I also have 1 tablespoon of instant yeast. I'm just going to raise that up since I got it on the... I'm going to go ahead and give that a quick whisk. And of course some of the yeast got on the hook, but that's okay. I'm going to whisk that up. And then you're going to add in here, I have half a cup of milk with 2 tablespoons of butter. And you want that warm also, so I just warmed it up in the microwave for about a minute. Over here, you have 2 tablespoons of honey. You're going to dump out your 2 tablespoons of honey. And then also over here, I have 4 cups of all-purpose flour and 1 teaspoon of sea salt. You're going to just whisk that up a little bit. And then I usually put in about, a quarter of the mix just to get it going. We're going to put that down, lift that up, and then put it to a level 2. And let that come together for a minute. These are really quick dinner rolls. This is what I usually make for Thanksgiving, or if we're doing a meal throughout the week where you'd want like bread or a dinner roll, whether it be soup. Sometimes I'll take these dinner rolls and brush butter and garlic powder and parsley over the top when they're done, And if we're doing a pasta dish and I didn't have time to make bread for garlic bread, we'll just make these dinner rolls, and I'll put the butter and garlic and parsley. I'll brush it along the tops. It's very versatile. You can really do anything with these rolls. You can season them however you want to. You can even add seasoning into the dough if you'd like as well, whether it be garlic or basil, whatever you'd like. Tonight we're just doing plain dinner rolls. I'll brush them with butter and call it good, just so we have something on the side with our roast. I'll bring you back when this pulls away from the bowl. After about 5 minutes of kneading, it has pulled away from the bowl, so you're going to drop it down. And take your hook out. And place a damp cloth over the top and let it sit for 15 minutes and continue to rise. While that's rising, you're going to go ahead and preheat your oven to 400 degrees. After 15 minutes, you're going to go ahead and punch your dough down. You're going to now go ahead and take your dough You're going to want to make 15 even pieces. Just fold over and pinch the seam to form your roll. Place it in a 13 by 9 greased pan and continue until you have 15 even pieces. When you're finished shaping your rolls, you're going to go ahead and place a damp towel over the top and let them rise for another 15 minutes. If you want to be more exact, each roll should weigh about 2.2 to 2.5 ounces. Go ahead and let them sit for 15 minutes. Okay, it's been 15 minutes. You're now going to go ahead and take your rolls and put them into a 400-degree oven. And then go ahead and set a timer for about 15 minutes. You could do anywhere from 15 to 18 minutes. For me, 15 minutes does it. Okay, after 15 minutes, you're gonna go ahead and take some melted butter or softened butter. I melted mine. Don't mind the noise in the background, real life. You're gonna go ahead and brush them with melted butter, the tops of it, and just cover them. And this got done at the same time, so I'm going to let that sit for 10 minutes and naturally release. And then these should be cool enough, a little bit cooled off, to break into and get dinner served up. You're going to go ahead and just finish brushing the tops of these with melted butter and then let them cool on a cooling rack. And I'll bring you back when this is all done. After the Instant Pot has naturally released for 10 minutes, you're going to go ahead and shut it off and go ahead and let it vent. You're then going to remove your roast from the Instant Pot, and it is very hot. You're going to go ahead and shred it up, cut it up, whatever you prefer to do. And also at this time, remove any vegetables that you added into this. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the carrots, potatoes, and onions because you're going to want to make your broth. Or I should say your gravy, because there's already broth in this. And I just made up a little mixture of some cornstarch and water to help thicken it up a bit. You can use flour, or you don't even have to thicken it. You can just use it thin as is. We prefer ours thicker, so that's why I'm going to thicken it. And once all your vegetables are out, there we go. Once all your vegetables are out, you're going to go ahead and push the soup button on your Instant Pot. If you've watched my canning videos, you already know that I use that setting to do my canning. If I'm making, basically anything for canning, pie fillings or applesauce, whatever, I use the soup broth setting. So go ahead and just press that. And then you can go ahead at this time and add in your mixture of cornstarch and water. So there's the very last bit of it. Added a little bit more water to get the cornstarch off the bottom. And then you're going to go ahead and whisk it a little bit together. And there's a carrot in there. And then you're going to want it to come to a boil. Oh, there's two. They must have got by me. All right. I'll bring you back when it's at a boil. Okay, I have our roast now cut up. I got the carrots, onions, and potatoes cooling. So everything is just sitting here, and this is finally coming to a boil. So you're going to go ahead and whisk it up a little bit. Let it thicken to your liking. You can add more cornstarch mixture if you want. I'm just going to let this boil for a little bit until it's where I want it to be. Okay. It is ready. I put some gravy on top. I'm going to go ahead and rip into these dinner rolls. They're so delicious, so fluffy, so quick and easy to make, you guys. This is what I do for Thanksgiving, like I said. Look at them. They just pull apart beautifully. Look at that. Absolutely delicious. Perfect dinner rolls. Anyway, this is my husband's plate. I got 9 other plates to make up, so I'm going to go ahead and get going with this. Put a little bit more gravy on top, and we are going to eat dinner. I hope you guys give this recipe a try. It's delicious. It's a fairly simple, no-fail recipe. You can't really fail with this. You can switch up the seasonings however you like to. This is how we make ours. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good night. I'll see you on the next video. Take care. God bless.